sit down.
Yes, it is Friday. Praise the Lord. It is Friday. Come on down. Get ready for the weekend. It is Friday, people, and I am an hour, well, not exactly an hour early, 50 minutes early, because I usually go 8:35. But I'm here at 7:45 because I have a phone call at 9 o'clock that I cannot avoid. I wish it was business related. It's not. It's just some last minute school stuff for my daughter who graduates high school tomorrow. What? Where has the time gone? Chris Reader says, I'm ready for the weekend. I have been ready for the weekend, honestly, since about 5 p.m. this past Monday, which was Memorial Day. So in other words, I didn't do much on Monday. And at 5 p.m., I was like, okay, is tomorrow the weekend? Oh, there's 4 days of work? Damn it. So that's how long I have been. Yo, and good morning to you as well, Hyper Cashew. So yeah, I'm ready for the weekend. The weekend's here, and we'll have a can of beer. Oh, congratulate! Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Jonathan, hop on over to YouTube and hit the like and subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate everybody that watches. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube, Facebook, flying outside my window, but a YouTube and you subscribe helps me a little bit more. So that would be cool. Pop Culture says, hello, congrats to your daughter. I tell you, man, she turned 18 and on Cinco de Mayo. She's a Cinco de Mayo baby, May 5th. So, wow, with that, we know when she turns 21, maybe Daddy will have to take her out to get a beer. I'll admit, like my dad with me, I've let her sip a beer before, and she hated it. So yay, I'm going to hope she continues to hate it. All right, we are here discussing today Advent Comics. And you're like, Advent what? Advent Comics is a small publisher by a guy named Tony Cottrell, who actually, so the company's been around for, I think, 10 years. I think last year he celebrated his 10th year anniversary. More power to him. He's building this small company. He hired me back 10 years ago to do a piece for him that he was going to use as a cover. And since then, I've done a 4-page story for him. I've done a couple other covers for him as well. Fun note, he actually is based in Maryland, in the same city I grew up in. We did not obviously know that when he first contacted me. I was like, oh, where are you from? He's like, here. I'm like, oh my God, I grew up there. He's a little bit younger than me though, so we didn't go to school or anything together. But I thought that was interesting. Before I share the screen, I want to pull up, see if I can find the very first piece I did for him to share with you guys. I was just thinking, and because I'm so good at this prep work, you think I'd have it ready, queued up to go, but let's not get silly now. That would mean I'm organized. And sometimes I'm anything but organized, especially when I'm doing this an hour early. I don't mean to hype on that. Okay, so let's see. Hold on. I think I found something. Darn it, that's not the one I was looking for. Well, here's a black and white version of one cover I did for him. I'll show first. Let me pull this up over here. Okay, so let's get into the fun stuff, showing the art. Share the screen. Here it comes. Okay, so this was a cover that he asked me to do based on another cover. Man, this is based on a DC Comics cover, so I guess we could do trivia if anybody knows what DC Comics cover this is based on. But like up here, I think this was the Flash. Superman was down here. I can't remember exactly. This was done, I'm looking at the date, back in 2012. Hello, Ronald. Hail to everyone in Comicsgate. So this was done back in 2012. Like I said, this is based on a DC Comics cover. So literally the composition, the poses, everything was from the cover. The only thing I did was swap out his characters for the DC ones. I don't remember what the background was. It was just some color effect, and I can't remember the title, but this was for Tony. He really liked that DC Comics cover and said, hey, can you use, put my characters, plug my characters into these positions. So no offense to Tony, I don't remember the characters' names, but he was like, this guy goes where, Superman was, this guy goes where, Green Lantern was, so on and so forth. So that's the origin of this cover. It was fun to do. I actually really love doing homage covers like that. There's so many covers out there that I would love to do with my characters as a homage, but I usually stick to doing something new and original out of the gate because I just feel people would rather see that instead. So anyhow, that's one cover I did for him. Let's get into, I really wish I could find the other one. I'm sure I have it somewhere. Okay, so we'll dive into a 4-page story that I did first. So these are the pencils to it. This was a fun 4-pager I did for him. Okay, here we go. Took a while to catch up. So panel 1, this was written by Tony. Panel 1 established the big fight between the characters. Once again, I'm so sorry I don't remember these characters' names. Futuristic type city back here, which he actually had reference on that he sent me. So we got, these characters fighting. I always obviously go for the big shots, especially in something like this. I try to go for depth and perspective. So, I've got this female character here flying in, shooting back to this guy who's blam, and their blast is canceling each other out in the middle. You got these dudes duking it out in the background. Another dude flying in, zapping this guy from behind. So he's powerful. If he's punching this guy, getting a zap in the back, kapoo, and he's not even moving from it. He's like, is that a fly on my back? Let me get that off. I don't need you. Then we come down here and we zoom in tighter on this guy, and he's like, I'm coming in for the kill. Don't you worry about it. And then, why is this freezing up on me like this? And then he's like, this dude here from the first panel with the beard's like, boom, I don't think so. Choke slam. Well, he didn't choke slam him yet. He just grabbed him around the throat, ready to choke slam. Chris says, wow, that's a killer shot. I love your muscle forms. That's why I have both your how-to art books. Well, thank you very much, Chris. I really, I do really appreciate that. Anything that I can teach other people, or whatever, if people pick things up for me, that's awesome. So thank you. I do sincerely appreciate that. This was all drawn right onto the board, which I haven't done in a long time. Like I said, I do stuff digitally and then print it out to ink. Pop culture, got to run. Oil furnace guys here to clean for 8. Good job on trivia last night. Everyone have, hey, you have a great weekend, pop culture. Please watch the replay. Last night he's talking about the Brofessionals, which is a show that is with me, Art to Bear, Dan Fraga, Graham Nolan, Billy Tucci, Aaron Lopresti. The Brofessionals is every Thursday night. It rotates to all our different channels. Last night, Aaron Lopresti hosted it. The person that hosts picks the topic. His topic was movie trivia night. So he was the Alex Trebek, thinking of you up there, big guy, hosting. We were the contestants, and Graham Nolan ran away with it at the end with 19 points. I came in last with 11 points, but I got to be honest, I'm not good at movie trivia, so the fact that I got over 10 was made me happy. Dan Fraga was second place. I don't remember his point count. Sorry, Dan. And then Art Taber was third place, and I trailed last with 11 points. But that's cool, man. I don't care. I got 10 points more than I thought. Back to the story. The bad dude turns around and grabs this dude by the throat. He's like, man, you ain't got nothing on me. Then we zoom in or pull out for a long shot. And this guy's like, oh, crap-a-dap-a-ding-dong. I'm worried now. Let's take a look at the inks for this page. Here's the inks right here. You can see I added a lot more in the old inks. Art Taber was the dark horse last night. That dude bailed for like 15 minutes during the show because he had to work on his internet. And he came back super strong. So maybe he was Googling. I don't know, but he did a great job. I tell you what, though, the one that I got that blew everybody's doors off, because the basic gist of the game show last night was Aaron read a movie tagline. And let me tell you, I have seen like 90% of the movies we talked about last night, but I had no idea that they had these taglines. So he shoots down this tagline, and I go, Towering Inferno. And everybody was like, what? You got that? In fact, Aaron even said, well, you're not going to get this. And I nailed it. Towering Inferno. Love that movie. All right, back to this. Here are the inks to that page. Added some split lighting to her. You got the blast. You know, they each two different people, two different power blasts. Of course, you gotta shake things up. You don't want the people to have the same type of power blast going on. This dude I really love. I love the costume where it's just like this Starfield. It rings with a little bit of the Legion of Superheroes dude that has that. Anyhow, he flings around and is like, punk ass, you ain't going nowhere. You got nothing on me. In the pencils, I had this graphic shape back here. I decided, you know what? I don't need a graphic shape back there. Just let him hang in the air. And then he's like, what is happening to me? Dun, dun, dun. Play the music. Let's go back to the pencils. Jam it to page 2. Page 2, we cut to this flashback. I think that's why that guy's eyes were getting big, because he's like, why can I see this? So flashback, got some more Advent villains here. Looking tough, looking cool. This dude's like, I'm the king of the world. What? Take that. You can just imagine him on the deck of the Titanic, the bow of the ship. Bow and stern. You know how I remember that the bow is the front and the stern is the back? Because it's BS. BS. Bull. You know the word. So bow stern. BS. Little tip for the day. So if somebody's like, what's the front of the ship? You can be like, it's the bow. So shut up and go get me a Coke. And I don't mean the snorting kind. So here we are. This dude's like raging happy. Cut to a long shot in space of these characters surrounding. I don't know who this is, but he's all full of energy. And then we cut to some dead dude, which I believe is this guy right here with the floating heads of power looking upon the scene. And these are good guys looking at him. Let's look at the inks. Let's see what I did in the inks because I don't remember. Oh, there's the inks. Oh yeah, this guy. Like I said, I'm not getting choked up. It's early in the morning, and for some odd reason, my eyes water in the morning. Does that happen to any of you? Do your eyes just water in the morning? Oh, mine do. It's a bear trying to draw, looking through glazed eyes. So anyhow, here we go. We got a sentiment. That's what it is. Damn it, you got me. Anyhow, here are these bad dudes here. This dude, like I said, knockout black. I love doing knockout black stuff. Let the shapes and the silhouette show it. One thing, I think it was John Romita Sr. that said weed dries that right up. Well, dude, I'm in North Carolina. That stuff's not legal here. I wish it was. I'm waiting. I think it was John Romita, if I remember correctly, that said you should, when you do group shots like this, you want to vary and give a nice flow of the heads. So you don't want to have them all lined up perfectly. Now, obviously, every rule is meant to be broken. So you could line them all up perfectly if, for instance, you're doing a shot of a bunch of military service members lined up, and the general is talking to them. Then you're giving a different type of feel to the scene. So you could line them up like that. But this dude's the leader, so he's the highest. And then, we come down to this guy. So there's just a nice rhythmic flow to all these people here. And then here he's raging. So, got a little bit of power and energy and Kirby dots. Kirby did a lot for us, and I appreciate all his work and his creativity and his art. But when you literally have a special effect named after you, Kirby dots, look, I can tell you right now, when I'm long and gone, nobody's going to be sitting there going, dude, did you do the Smith lines? I mean, if anybody says, did you do the Smith lines, it's going to be because of not some special effect I did in comics. And I don't even do so it's not even going to be that. Now you might be sitting here going, hey, what happened to the knockout black graphic like in the first panel on this guy? Well, because he's all lit up with energy, I want to show some lighting. So I did rim lighting on his costume to light him up and show a little more form. We cut the space. You're going, space? I don't see no black with stars around this guy. That's because I knew the guy that was coloring this. And I said, look, I don't want to do the standard black with stars. And in fact, in most things now, when I do space, I'll sometimes leave it totally open for color so the colors can go in there and really work some cool purples and blues and pop in stars. Like I said, I don't know who this cat is right here, but he's blowing it up with energy. Even for small figures, I try to get the details in. It's a small figure on the page, try to get it in, and do that. Let me shrink it back down. And then we've got the defeated man. I love this little dual ring thing here. These costume designs are pretty cool. Tony came up with and stuff. So yeah, so that's that. Let's get back to the pencils. Pencils, inks, pencil, inks. What about says, ahoy there. Ahoy there. And whenever I think of ahoy hoy, I think of Dave Landau from the awesome Steven Crowder show. That is one funny dude. All right, next page of pencils. Uh-oh, back to the present. This dude's like, I'm going to burn your face off. Face off. Remember that movie with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage? I wish they would do a sequel to Face Off, Butt Off, where they transfer each other's butt to each other. So here we go. He's choking this dude. Remember, don't make Wayne Brady choke a bitch. He's choking this guy. You can see that I drew all the anatomy out under this guy, even though he's going to be black, filled in black with stars. She comes in from behind. She's got like a sonic blast, like Banshee. So she's blasting this dude in the back. Hypercasu says, I hear they're making a face-off remake. Ooh, that gets me a little excited because I like that movie. Oh my God, who's the director of Face Off now? Famous director, definitely has his tropes. When he directs a movie, you're like, oh, look, a dude just got out of a car and his trench coat is blowing in the wind when there was no wind before. Oh, look at the birds fly away. Oh my God, help me here, guys. Anyhow, he's like, oh, bam, oh, I'm getting blasted in the back. He lets go of the dude, so you see his arm here and his other hand's going to be coming in here. We got a long shot here as I believe this dude is blinking out of sight. Then these people are all convening, chatting about what happened, and then we get the evil close-up. Uh-oh. What happens when we see an evil close-up? Oh, Con Air! Hypercasu, was Con Air directed by the same guy that did Face Off? Oh my God, you're driving me nuts here, but I love Con Air as well. We need more movies like that. All right, let's go to the inks. Go to the inks. A tail, the tail. I just want to see something here. Yeah, look at that. All right, going to the inks. Kablowie. Power is lighting up. Look at this. He is yelling at this cat. He's like, we do not roll that way. And then she comes in from behind, her eyes lit up. Oh, she's not screaming at him. See, look at that. This is how long ago it was I drew it. I totally forgot. Oh, John Woo! John Woo! Yes, the Woo Man. Buscema's character was creepy. Buscema plays creepy characters all the time. He's great at it. Back when I wanted to be an actor, because I did do some acting. I know. And in fact, I've done a couple shorts that maybe one day I'll show on my stream. We can have a little movie time with Andy. I did some shorts I can show. Maybe I'll show those, but so she's blasting this dude with eye beams. So he's like, oh, and I really like I said, I like putting, feeling into hands and stuff. So he's got his hand creeping here, this hand here. This hand was fun. I love looking back on this stuff. This job, by the way, is at least 7 years old. So I like looking back on it to see how my style has changed, because when I do hands now, I think I do them a little more detailed. But I kind of like the simplicity I had going on here. So I might have to get back to that. Yeah, I might have to get back to that kind of simplicity. I like it. I like this dude's beef-ass arm. Got some background stuff. I like how I did her wings, the cross-hatching and stuff. Like I said, we buzz out for this long shot. He teleports away. They're like, where did he go? He's like, I don't know, but I can't believe you let him go. And she's like, let him go? Mother effer, I just saved your ass. He was choking you out like a bitch. And I just saved you. So I don't know where this let him go shit's coming about. I will eye blast you into another world, punk. Kind of dig the side view of this dude's face going on here, the way I did his hair and stuff. All this rendering, by the way, if you're wondering, is done with a fine point Sharpie. So I might get back to using that more. So yeah, so like all this rendering you see here, and the rendering is the feathering lines that you see. Fine point Sharpie, toot sweet. It does not bleed. It is a permanent fine point. If you get other Sharpies, they bleed. So you have to make sure on the pack it says non-bleed, because that's the last thing you want is blood on your art. All right, so this dude's intense. What happens when we turn the page? Let's go back to the pencils and see. Shika-picka wow wow. Oh, it's the big evil group shot. He has got his evil villains with him. And he's like, oh, nobody kicks my ass that bad. So I got to draw all these different villains and stuff. This woman here just gives me a very He-Man, Masters of the Universe vibe. I do not remember any of these characters' names, but she just gives me that vibe. This dude's got his beard so long that he can braid it, puts it in a nice little braid because, you know, it can be tugged on a lot easier if he's looking like, oh my God, I'm blanking again. He looks like those dudes from Duck Dynasty. If he didn't have this braided up, he would look like Duck Dynasty. Or wait, real big throwback reference, ZZ Top. Maybe that's a ZZ Top member. I love this fish-looking dude here. Spider creepy guy here. Two-headed dude here so he can argue with himself. Lots of cool characters. Got a dragon coming in here. A doggy dog back here. So lots of cool characters. You could see the tear in the page when I ripped this out of the Strathmore pad. Didn't do a very good job. What are you going to do? Evelyn! Yes! Ronald Shaw for the win. You get a bro prize. Not a no prize, but we came up with it last night. Graham Nolan won the trivia contest, and he got a bro prize. What's a bro prize? Who the hell knows? Maybe it's a hug. I don't know. Let's go to the inks, shall we? See how I inked this last page. Kaboom! Oh, bam! Pow! There it is in all its black and white glory. I must say I do enjoy going back in time looking at this stuff. All this rendering, like I said, is done with a fine point Sharpie. We've got the Evelyn chick here looking evil. This guy, Fu Manchu dude. No, that is not racist. I'm just saying he's an Asian type guy. So I busted out a stereotype. We got this cat here. I mean, so many great characters that I got to play with in the Advent universe. I really like this guy. He's just creepy looking. He's got the spider legs, a web behind him. Fish dude here was very fun. Don't these all kind of look like characters from Masters of the Universe now that I'm thinking of it? They do to me. This cat was just really fun to do. This guy, I mean, these guys were fun. This big dude raging against the machine. Rage against the machine. Got the wolf back there. And then, of course, the dragon coming in. I think, I like telling people how I do things. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think I might have used a French curve here for these lines and a French curve for these. Might have. Same with these wings and stuff. So, yeah, so that was a very fun page to do. Let's pull back out, show you guys the complete page. Now, for a special treat, I'm going to show the colors because I've got the colors I can show as well. So let me just get back. You guys are looking at my folders going, ooh, what's he got? What's he got? Hold on here. Where's Advent? It's alphabetical. Oh, it's right there. Okay, colors final. I hope these pull up the right way. Let's see. No, of course. Why would that pull up the right way? Let me go back. 4-page story. Maybe the colors are in there. Nope, they're not in that folder. I know you guys are like, oh, I liked it better when you didn't show it this way. Here we go. Let me open this one. Open with Windows Photo Viewer. Boom, here we go. Colors and lettering for you guys. I don't mess around. So my buddy Steve Dutro, longtime letterer, friend of mine, went to the Kubert School with him, did the lettering. Once again, this was a full script. Full script means I knew what all the dialogue was and lettering was, so I could try and plan for the placement. So I did. So, pretty good job in his first panel. You lose a little bit of this dude's leg right here, but you see the important part of everybody. So that came out cool. Left a nice room here. Happy with the coloring style the colorist did. you know, so in this panel, I pulled back for this long shot, like I said, to give some space and let the characters breathe. And once you pop the balloons in, it worked out really well. I also took out the borders, so there's no black borders. I got that from seeing Brian Hitch do that on a job, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. I'm doing that. Let's see. Next page. Pop it in. Colorful characters. Oh, this is that dude right here. Here we go. That's that guy. So once again, everything really comes together nice when you see the lettering put in, and you see that I left the room in the compositions for the lettering. He's got his power fist. This dude's mad hungry with power. Space came out real nice. And it's like, whoa, what's going on? Trippy, dude. Trippy, yo. So this was a fun job. You know, for a little 4-page story, I couldn't ask for more. I thought it came out really nice. But it's jobs like this I like to share with you guys because they're not really seen. You know, hopefully Tony's company blows up, and you know, more people will see this stuff. And there we have it. Even the balloons here aren't covering anything important, just dropping right down. Long live the Pantheon. And we've got all these dudes looking fly, looking fresh and fly. So let me show you some more stuff I did for Advent. Now I will move that off because you guys don't want to see that garbage. I know you don't. I've got a couple covers I've done, a couple other covers that I can show. So here's a fun one that this I did last year. And when I say last year, I mean 2020. Yep, there it is, 2020. And the basic gist of this was for a Kickstarter campaign that Tony did. HyperCasu says, these colors pop. Hey, thank you. Once again, oh, I think the colorist was Rico Renzi on this. Anyhow, so the basic gist of this cover was these first 3 characters belonged to Tony's company. And then everybody else on the cover, he did a thing in his campaign saying, hey, if you pledge this certain amount, I will put your character on the cover, drawn by Andy Smith. And he gave me a spot for drawing the cover. He let me pop in Ultra, so I put in Ultra back there from my Jungle Lords Ultra flip book, which you can still get on Indiegogo in demand, or First Man in demand. You can do an add-on for Jungle Lords. Link down below in the description. So these were fun. You know, Titan, the ultimate man. I want to draw him super jacked compared to how I drew him in that 4-page story. We all recognize this guy. This is a newer dude I got to draw. These are just different people's characters. This cat was fun to draw as well. I enjoyed doing this guy. You know, you can see these 2 guys have blacks on their costume, and I like to treat them differently. So this guy, I did more going with highlights that come down and chunky shapes, a little reflected light bouncing in. This guy, I did more just edge lighting on his costume. Like if I drew Moon Knight, I would do Moon Knight kind of this way. I like this staff this dude's holding. And of course, my guy, Ultra, just kicking it back there, chilling back. Yo, I'm Ultra. What's up? What's up, yo? I'm the ultra fantastical dude. No bones about it. All this cross hatching done in a Clip Studio program, art program is how I did that cross hatching. So that was a fun cover to do. I will show you guys another one. Here's another fun one I did. This was last year as well. Where's my signature? There it is, 2020. I always date the covers. I know Art Adams will literally date month, day, year, which I think is kind of cool. So you can see a cover Art Adams did and go, wow, he drew it on this day. And I think I remember seeing a couple covers he did where, and I mean, Art's been in the business forever now, almost 40 years. And I remember a couple covers where I go, he drew that on my birthday. Oh, he was thinking of little old me. He wasn't. That's okay. So I don't do that. I just date it with the year. I can't remember who this cat was, but he wanted him busting out of this energy sphere. So that's what I did for this cat. His cape blowing up behind him. Just the cool lighting and stuff. This was really a fun one to do as well. So cool character. He's got a Magneto-esque helmet going on there. Let's see. I'm saving, I guess you could say, the best for last. Oh, I'll show you the colors to this one. Colors to this cover are by the awesome Ross Hughes, who I've worked with a lot. Ross, man, Ross came in here and was like, Andy, let me show you how I'm going to make you look super cool. And he did. He jammed it out on this one. He also colored that group shot, so I can show you that cover as well. Give me a second. I'm looking through my files. You just don't know it. Here's the group shot he did. Darn, it's opening up in this slow-ass window, so please bear with me. Yes, the screen is, look at those colors. They're fantastic. It's just the blackness of those colors. And here they are. This is another one colored by the awesome Ross Hughes. I love how he did this glow around this guy right here. It's a nice subtle glow. Gotta say, oh, damn it. Hold on, I forgot in this program, when you to blow it up, I gotta use this little slider thing and then drag it down. I love how he colored this guy. I mean, he just looks, he just pops his energy in his chest. He worked up my man Ultra really nice, and this Moon Knight type dude. I mean, phew. Ross is just Ross Hughes, everyone. Ross Hughes. Take a bow. Let me show you another cool one. Close some of these windows here. Let's see. Where's the TIFF to this one? Oh, here we go. I believe this is one. Where's two? I'll just show. Hold on. All right. We'll just go with this. So Tony asked me to do a big battle cover for him. It's Where's Waldo? And I say that because it's Where's First Man? First Man is on this cover. He said, dude, you want to put First Man in? You go right ahead. All these characters, once again, Tony's vision, not mine. This dude was really fun. Popping him big in the foreground, looking tough, badass. If you're wondering why this guy down here is in color, it's because I wanted to give his costume a specific effect. And instead of explaining it to Ross Hughes, the fantastic colorist, I just figured, you know what? I'll color this part of his costume. You got robots. You got these alien dudes fighting right here. Top right corner, first thing you saw, Ronald, you win the Bro Prize. So these guys are fighting high above the planet. Lots of stuff going on. I think this cover took me about a week to do. I like this cat as well. Can't remember his name. Once again, I'm crappy with names. So that's cool. I'm so bad with names. When I go in the house, I have a picture of my daughter with her name written underneath of it, that when I walk in, I'm like, oh, just coming in for lunch. And I hold up my hand and I'm like, what's up, Courtney? Hey, Helen. You know, so I get cheat sheets for everything. So this was fun. I really thought this chick came out cool, flying into the panel, you know, putting people in perspective and stuff. So I thought this was cool. Ross Hughes colored it, so you know I'm going to show the colors. You know I'm going to show the colors. Relax, people. Relax. The colors are coming right up. It's taking a bit to load because it's big. Bam! There's the colors to it. Look at that. Nothing against Tony's company, but you know, this stuff doesn't get a lot of play because once again, small press. But man, look what look what Marvel and DC are missing. That's okay. I'm doing First Man and I'm having fun every day. They are missing out. Just imagine Marvel DC characters in a big jam like this. People are like, man, what are you channeling George Perez? I'm like, maybe. So that's fun. But that's only part one. There's a part two of this cover. And you're going, what? Part two? Don't tease me like that. Yeah, man. Part two on the ground. So that previous cover was way up in the air above the planet. And so you saw the planet down below. But down below, the fight goes on. And yeah, man, this is the continuation of that fight. So it's not over. So we got more characters down here. I love this dude right here. Don't remember his name, but he's a big dude punching. He's coming into the fight. I'm trying to look. I think he smashed somebody. Anyhow, he's coming into the fight. This dude right here, who's cool with his sword, smashing this guy in the face, this robot dude. You got this dude fighting this guy. This is like basically heaven and hell fighting back here. You know, I mean, this dude, see, here's things that just kind of creep me out. I'm sorry, that just creeps me out. This dude has a mouth in his chest and his shoulders and his abs. I mean, just like, it's just knowing that you could like, it reminds me of the Tony Stark scene in the first Iron Man where Pepper has to pull his little battery out of his chest cavity. Just kind of gross. This guy's flying in to join the fight. This dude back here at the wings is punching this alien dude. This is doing a little Doctor Strange magic stuff to this guy. You know, you just got people fighting. Wings back here. Tony didn't tell me who's fighting who. That was kind of left up to me. I think, actually, I take it back. He did say these two big guys were fighting, obviously. I think he told me these two guys were fighting as well over this staff. Always fighting over a staff. It's always a measuring contest, if you know what I mean. That guy's getting blasted. You even got this little dude back here come running in. This will make a little more sense when I show you the color. Once again, by Ross Hughes. Color by Ross Hughes. So this was fun. Let me show you the colors. This one took about a week as well. I'm very slow when it comes to drawing this stuff. A lot of the figures were totally 100% drawn out. So, you know, I like seeing behind stuff. There's the colors of this one. But boom, yo. Clears it up a little more so you can see the stuff. These robots, man. Robots in disguise. Were not easy to draw. This dude, these two I thought came out pretty well. So, you know, overall, if you remember this chick, she was in that story, that short story I drew with the I-beams. So, yeah, man. Let's see what else I can show from the old Advent comic days. Days of Future, Advent, Future, Past comics. Whatever. Let's see. I'm looking in this folder. You know, I can show. So here's some things that this is how they look before I do my tweaking in Photoshop. So this is what we call the raw scan. The raw scan, you can see all the markings still after I inked it. So you can see these markings up here of the paper. So I got to go in, I've got to make adjustments for the contrast and all that. And then I do a thing called threshold, which thresholding turns the page straight up black and white. There are no gray pixels. I don't do that anymore. Now I just adjust levels, and levels take out all the, you can adjust to get all these blacks to make them really dark black and the white really white, but you don't lose any of the rendering, so there is some gray in it still. So I thought you guys might like to see that. Here's another raw scan page. Even here I filled in these blacks in Photoshop because it was easier than blazing through some of my ink. Ink ain't cheap, but this guy is. I'm frugal. People are like, Andy, you cheap son of a. You'll pick up a 50-cent comic from a convention and be like, nah, I think I might have it. Might have it. And I'll put it back. My friend will be like, it's 50 cents. Who cares if you own it? You'll have 2 of them. I care. I'm doing it for the next person that might not have it. That's why. Raw scan of this bad boy. And I still own these pages, so raw scan of the first page. He said, this dude's intense. He's like, I'm coming in to save the day. You will believe. So one of the questions I got last night in trivia, I will ask you guys. Tagline of a movie, action adventure, because Aaron broke it down into categories. We had horror, monster, we had Western, we had comedies, we had action adventure, sci-fi fantasy. I said, give me a little action adventure. Tagline is, you will believe a man can fly. Show me in the chat, what movie is that? I'll wait. This dude was really fun. I love the intensity on his face. Really like the way I did his hair here. Once again, I got to go back and I should go back and look at stuff from the past because I like this rendering I was using, like I said, the fine point pen to do. Might have to go back and pull that baby out again because I really like the way it looks. But I also like to experiment. Here it is. So, J.P. Roca, the Bro Prize. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. Ronald Shaw, Bro Prize, Superman, 1977. Sorry, J.P. You come in second. You both will get a Bro Prize. Here's your Bro Prize. Thank you for participating. See that? Nice Bro Prize. Here's a page partially inked. Sometimes I'll just scan something when it's partially inked just to see how it's coming out. So, partially inked. Oh, you know what? That's a patch. I don't know. Oh, wait. I can't tell if this is patched in or not. I'm looking to see differences. Oh, it is. I think I redrew this guy, torso, and this guy were redrawn. Let me rotate this so I can actually see it better. Yep, these dudes were redrawn. So look at that. Yeah, never satisfied. Going in and fixing stuff. In fact, here's the redraw. If you'd like to see it, this is the redraw I did. So look at that. There you go. A little scribbly, sketchy. Oh, JP deserves it. I got the date. Ronald, you are a stand-up man. Excuse me. I'm coming to get that Bro Prize. I had to take your Bro Prize back. Next time, you can get the Bro Prize. So here's a little sketchy for a redraw. Here is the first layout I did for that splash page. I kind of wanted to do a full figure of this guy addressing the troops, you could say. Agent Cub, how's it going? What's Advent Comics? Advent Comics, you can Google it. It's a small press company created by Tony Cottrell. It's been around for 10 years. I think this is its 11th year. I think the 10th anniversary was 2020. I first did a cover for them back in 2010, I believe. And for some reason, I can't find a scan of it. I know I have it. So, yeah. So anyhow, this was the first layout I did for that last page of the book. I wanted to do something. I love full figures. What can I say? So this guy was going to be hovering over everybody, addressing the troops. Different size characters here. You can see the perspective grid laid out. The horizon line's really high up. He's floating above them. I've got people I'm starting to sketch in as well. And then I don't know why I dumped it. I just thought we were too far removed and it wasn't as impactful as I'll get to it. This is the rough pencils that I think I showed already. Rough pencils again. Rough. So this, it wasn't as, this is the original rough for, I'm a full figure dude. I am fully figured. Ooh. So this is just more impactful. This dude's giving a speech. He has his legion behind him. He's just talking right to the camera. And he's like, that's it. We're not effing around. I'm coming to kick some, or we're coming to kick some ass. So I just thought this worked out much better. So that's why I went with that. Another raw scan, and raw scan of the last page. So that is it. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this trip down memory lane. I know I did. I'm just clicking through, see if there's anything else. No, there's nothing else. Yeah, went through all that. Let me. I want to show something, an article that I saw, to see if you guys agree. So give me a second here as I open it. So I saw this headline and I was pretty happy with it. Did you ink this as well? Yes, I did ink it as well. Yes, I try to ink all my stuff. So the floss bikini is summer's sexiest and most confusing swimwear trend. Swimwear. I made up a word. You wear swimsuits in the summer, so let's just call them swimwear. Yes, I make up stuff all the time. I know. Let's get a little larger on this. Why is it confusing? I'm not confused when I see that at the beach. I see that at the beach, and I'm like, bow chicka wow wow, a chicka wow wow. I got no problem with this swimwear. Confusing doesn't even begin to describe some fashion trends like summer, so scratch your head perplexing that you can't help but not try them to understand what they're all about. Take, for example, those intriguing dress over pants moments. That's what have reemerged from the early aughts. Have they? Have they? Chris didn't ink this? Oh, this was before I hired Chris. I'm sorry, Hyper Kaju. Yeah, Chris wasn't hired until First Man. So yeah, I actually inked it. Chris, calm down over there, buddy. Just keep slamming ink and shut your mouth. We're not talking to you right now, Chris. Damn, that dude gets mouthy. So the wraparound bikini, also referred to as the floss bikini, is making waves on the beach right now. Actually, it's making a splash everywhere because, as some celebs have proven, this swimwear trend doesn't slowly go with poolside margaritas. It works just as well with your favorite blazer and rooftop cocktails. Looking at you, Emily Raczkowski. Who's putting a blazer on over top of this? Calm your nuts, Chris. Exactly. I agree. I agree totally. Kim Kardashian rocking it. I mean, I don't understand. You're going to have some weird looking tan lines with this wrapping around. You know, Kim Kardashian, that's a nice hourglass, but then there are shots of her where you're just like, ugh. Let's see. I believe I did look at this article before I'm showing it. So I believe there's going to be a picture. Yes. I'm going to apologize now for the following picture. Yes, Lizzo, I I don't know. Look, be comfortable in your own skin. I get it. I totally get it. You should be comfortable in your own skin, but don't peddle BS. When you start peddling BS, that's when you lose me. And when Lizzo comes out and says she's healthy and this is healthy, and Cosmopolitan puts it on a magazine cover and says this is the new healthy, bull shiznits. This is not the new healthy. You go to a doctor and a doctor would tell you you should drop a few. That is not healthy. I don't want to hear it. Dear God, exactly. Kim Kardashian, swing. She's a babe. Yep. Yeah, this ain't healthy. Don't even give me that BS that this is healthy because it is not healthy. I think it was Cosmo that had one of the overweight, I'm not even say plus size, your overweight models on the cover saying this is the new healthy. Bullshit. That's like back in the 80s when they showed those anorexic skinny ass chicks on the cover of magazines. Yeah, that ain't healthy either. So cut me some break. I don't believe it. That's healthy. This is healthy. I say that's healthy. So there you go. Morbidly obese, not healthy. This is this curvaceous. Look at this hourglass curves. I don't know if there's any Photoshop on that, but that is hourglass goodness. You throw this on the cover of a magazine and say that's healthy. I agree 100%. That is healthy. I don't understand these tan lines these women are going to have. If my wife had that, and after a good day at the beach, I'd be like, what is that tan line going on? Cocaine and cigarettes were the new healthy at 1.2. Exactly. Remember the cigarette ads from the 50s? Doctors smoking up. 4 out of 5 doctors think Marlboros are good for you. Agent Cub says, you have it to share it if you want us to see it. Exactly. Exactly. So yes, these tan lines would look ridiculous, but hey, I'm not going to argue. Well, hello there. So there you go with that. I thought I'd share that. Actually, there is one more thing I'm going to share with you guys. Would you like to see, show of hands, would you like to see some Archie Comics pages that I did? Show of hands now. Would you like to see some Archie Comics pages that I did? And I will show them to you as soon as I find them. I found them. So would you like to see some Archie Comics pages? Hands. Do it. Hands. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. 3 Archie Comics pages that I did back when I was a student in the Kubert School, 3rd-year student, so I was a senior. And back then, it was all about getting a job. So it was like, do some pages out of your comfort zone. And not out of your comfort zone, but look, when I was in the Kubert School, it was, I want to have a job when I graduate. I don't give a crap if it's for Archie Comics. I don't care, who it's for. I want to draw comic books. So I was like, I'm going to draw some Archie comic pages. So I left room here for a title. One of the teachers at the school knew Archie stuff very well. So he guided us on stuff. So he's like, on this page, I would leave room here for a title. This was actually from a script. So this wasn't something I wrote. This was from a script. He's kicking back. He hears something about a vacation on the TV, and he's like, vacation? Why, yes, I would love a vacation. So page one, dude, okay, Archie fans, who's this dude? Because I can't remember his name, but he is from, he's the principal of the school. I don't know. I don't remember his name. I guess I got that 9 o'clock call. So after this, we'll be done. Archie Comics, of course. The classification for obese is not that high of a BMI. It's true, it's not. And I don't agree with it because when I was 195, my BMI was high to the point where you'd say I was overweight, but it's because I worked out and stuff. Now, I had a little bit of a pooch going on. Now that I'm down to 175, it's a little flatter down in the gut region, but I don't go by BMI. But Lizzo's obese. That's just the way it is. Sorry, you're obese. Anyhow, Mr. Weatherby's like, huh, that sounds good. Have I thought about doing a cartoony comic? I'd love to. Well, that's another day for Mornings with Andy. I'd have to scan them in. But, you know, back in the late 90s when I was doing stuff for Marvel, they were really big on Joe Mad and Mike Rowingo and Humberto Ramos. And they had a job for me, and they said, can you do it in a style like that, but your own? So I did a book called Strong Guy, the X Factor character, in a cartoony style, and Art Taber inked it, actually. And I did X Factor in that style, X Force in that style. I worked on X-Men 350 in that style. So I've worked in a cartoonier style, not this cartoony, but a cartoonier style. So that'll be for another episode of Mornings with Andy. So anyhow, this Archie stuff was fun. He's gone down to a travel agency. 6-panel grids is the Archie way, at least back then. So he's talking to a dude. Look how old this was before cell phones. This is 1990, 91. So this was fun. It was never inked. This was just for samples. And here we go. He's getting on a jet plane. Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Who sings that song, everyone? Who sings it? Come on, you know. I will, the best I can do as a tease is show you the cover to that Strong Guy book, because I believe I can find it easily with a Google search. Of course, Google is great for everything. Let's see. That is such a small image. It's not even funny. Let's try this one. That's no better. Oh, here's a page from it. Okay, so Strong Guy Reborn. This is the first, well, not the first page, but this is a page from Strong Guy Reborn when they add, oh yeah, it is. John Denver. Agent Cub's like, you sang it, so it must be me. No. So this is a page from Strong Guy Reborn. He's hanging out on the beach with a beach babe. I can't remember her name. But there it is. Proof. Andy Smith, Art Taber, did the magical inks on it. So that's a page from it. Here's the cover. God damn it, that's small. Here's another. Okay, here's a shot of the cover. DeZago, Todd DeZago, Andy Smith, Art Taber, Strong Guy Reborn, sitting in a baby stroller. So there you have it. Another page from the book, Strong Guy Reborn. So yeah, I've drawn some cartoony stuff before. Here's another page, and it's Calvin and Hobbes flying saucer as he's flying to Earth, dressed up as Spaceman Spiff. And he's like, yo, I'm out of here. Got the frog guys right here. So, oh, here's another page from it. This chick's like, I'm going to hold up a frog guy. So yeah, and thank you. I'm glad I had a very fun time drawing this stuff. It's a style I'd like to go back and revisit someday. Um, it was fun. So there you have it. That is Strong Guy Reborn. Uh, Reliving some memories. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God, this page was so fun right here. He's Spaceman Spiff. He's going to crash, looks at us, says something funny. Kaboom, crashes. Uh, Everything's flying off. Punches his way out, and he's just muscled up, huge. And they said, "Look, we want Strong Guy really cartoony." And so I got to draw him with, super cartoony. It was just a super fun job. So there. Oh my God, here's another guy from the book. I can't remember this guy's name, but so fun, so fun. Anyhow, I could talk for days on this. I appreciate you guys joining me once again. Let's always remember going into the weekend. Remember this. Woo! That is it for today. Everyone, thank you for joining me. Have a fantastical, great weekend. I will see you here Monday morning as we go over coming up next. Monday, here's a tease, going over Demigod. 4-issue miniseries I penciled and inked. Bart Sears' company, Demigod. So I will